Nathaniel and Nicole Holloway, family, friends, and a special thanks to my fiance, Ronnie Robinson. I want to thank all of you who have helped me through this journey. Without you, I couldn't have done it. Congrats to the class of 2018. We have made it. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Shanice Passmore. I am graduating from the College of Humanities with a bachelor's in psychology. I would first like to thank God, along with my parents, Vanita and Harold Passmore. I couldn't have done it without you guys. To my fellow graduates, love yourself enough to know that you deserve more. Be brave enough to demand more and disciplined enough to actually work for more. Trust that God will remove anything in your path that's not for you. And most of all, never give or take any excuses. Thank you.
My name is Abid Al-Muallad. I first want to thank my mom and my family and each person support me to get to this point. I'm graduating with a master's degree in technology in electrical engineering and industrial engineering technology. And also I want to thank King Salman for giving me the scholarship and Mohammed bin Salman, the Crown Prince. And I'm proud to graduate today. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Ngozi Owadale. I am graduating from the College of Nursing with a bachelor's in nursing. Thank you, Mom and Olumese and all my other friends and family for all your love, support, and inspiration. I would not be here today without it. Thank you for helping me achieve my dream of graduating from Purdue University Northwest. It's been a long road, but I thank God most of all. Thank you.
In the name of Almighty God, the most beneficiary and the most merciful, I want to use this opportunity to thank everyone who has helped me through this process. Personally, I want to thank Almighty God, who has been the leader in my life, who has been the force that drives me through every process of my life. And also, I want to thank my family, my father, who brought me to this world and who always push me and tell me it's all right and I can do whatever I put my mind on and I can achieve my goal. I want to thank my family, my beautiful wife, my kids, who has always been there for me. Even when I don't have enough time to spend with them, they've always there for me. They've always helped me through the process, and they've always stood by me. I want to thank them. I want to thank my friend. I want to thank everybody that helped me through this process. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amanda Orndorff, and I am graduating from the College of Education with a master's in clinical mental health counseling and addictions. I would like to thank my mom and my dad, my significant other, my family and friends, and those who mean the world to me that couldn't be here today to see me complete this journey. Lastly, I want to thank my daughter Maya, who has inspired and supported, motivated me to complete both my bachelor's and master's here at Purdue. I love you all and thank you for being there for me.
Hey family, my name is Cindy Williams. Today I will be graduating from the College of Liberal Arts with a degree in Spanish. I would like to thank my support system for motivating me to finish undergrad. I finally did it. Thank you.
My name is Gloria Jarina. I am graduating with a bachelor's degree in nursing. I would like to thank my family and best friend for their love and support while I pursued my goal of becoming a Purdue University Northwest graduate. Mom and Dad, I wish you could be here. Rest in peace.
I would like to thank my mom, dad, sister, and my other relatives for their continual support. Thank you and God bless you for always supporting my dreams, goals, and ideas. As I graduate, I hope to take on many of the aspects that you guys have looked towards for me. Thank you again, and congratulations.
Hi there, my name is Osiris Morales, or Osiris Morales. I am graduating from the College of Education. I want to give a huge shout out to my parents and to my brothers and my family who have supported me throughout this whole journey. Les quiero decir gracias a mis papás, a mis hermanos y a todos de mi familia que me han ayudado a llegar a este momento. This has been a lot of work and for a long time coming. And I want to let you guys know that I wouldn't be here for you guys. So this one's for you. Les quería decir muchas gracias porque sin ustedes y sin su apoyo no podría estar aquí hoy. Y les quería decir que pues muchas gracias y la lucha sigue.
Hi, my name is Kurt Davia, graduating with a bachelor's degree in biology. I just want to take a second to say thanks to my parents for everything they've done for me. You guys have worked so hard to put me in this position, and I'm eternally grateful for everything. I love you guys so much.
Good morning. My name is Shirley Washington, and I would like to thank my mother and father, my daughter Amber, and all my friends for their constant support and belief in me and my dreams. Thank you to everyone who made these past 4 years such an incredible journey. May God bless.
Good morning. My name is Karen Diaz. I am here today graduating with a bachelor's in nursing thanks to my loving husband Alex, daughter Alicia, and wonderful mom and dad for their constant support and belief in me and my dreams. I would not have made it without their support, and I am so grateful to have them here with me today to celebrate my special day.
My name is Amber Jimenez, and I would like to thank my family for all your support during this journey on completing my bachelor's degree in science nursing. I love you all, especially you, my dear son, Ricky. I couldn't have done it without you.
I want to thank my husband, Jacob, and my amazing family. You have been so supportive, and you have been my inspiration each and every day. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much. I love you.
Good morning. My name is Rachel Leathers. I am graduating with my bachelor's in nursing. I would like to take this moment to thank my husband and my children. Without their love, support, and guidance and inspiration, I would not be here today. Thank you to my family who has supported me all along the way. Love you all.
My name is Sadia Alam, and I'm graduating with a master's in technology. I would like to take this moment to thank my parents and my spouse, Waqas Afsar, for being a constant support. I couldn't have done it without your support. Thank you, and I love you.
My name is Bailey Mecca. I'm graduating with a bachelor's degree in psychology. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, my sister, and my brother for their love and support and hard work while I pursued my goal of becoming a graduate at Purdue University.
Hey family, it's Roya. I just want to say thank you so much for being so supportive of me throughout my college journey. I can't thank you guys enough, from my husband who constantly pushes me and supports me and allowed me to just focus on school, to my best friend watching my daughter while I'm in class. I can't thank you guys enough. This degree is definitely dedicated to not only me, but to you and my mom. You guys should also be proud of yourselves. I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for your love, support, and constant encouragement. I love you guys so much.
Hey, it's Ashley. I just wanted to say thank you to my family and my fiance for all of their love and support. This has been a long journey, and I couldn't have done it without all of you. I love you all.
Hey guys, it's Amanda. Just wanted to say thank you for all your support over the past 4 years. I can't believe this day is finally here. It's been a long journey and I couldn't have done it without you. I love you all more than you know. Child life, here I come.
Hi guys, it's Abby. I just wanted to thank you all for supporting me these past 4.5 years. Your love and encouragement mean everything. I did it. Love you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jacob Spadis. I am graduating from the College of Engineering with a bachelor's in electrical engineering. I would like to take this moment to thank my parents, Rich and Kim, and my brother Richie. Thank you so much for putting up with me through the good times and the bad times. But hey, look, we're finally here, and I love you all. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kylie Smolar, and I would like to thank my family for their unconditional love.
Good afternoon and welcome to Purdue University Northwest. Will those who are able Please stand for the singing of our national anthem. Chancellor Keon, the convocation of Purdue University Northwest's 5th commencement is assembled. Please be seated.
Good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome you to this commencement exercise, the culmination of Purdue Northwest's student success, and indeed one of the proudest days in the lives of our graduates and their families. For today's commencement, some of you have traveled across town and others from across the world, as well as locations in between. Today is a day of celebration and recognition, a day of applauding achievement, a day of proud reflection, and perhaps even shedding a tear of joy or two. And of course, this is the day you receive your cherished diploma. Candidates, I applaud you on your hard work, determination, and sacrifice. Parents, grandparents, other family members, and friends, I also applaud you on your hard work, determination, and sacrifice. Graduation is not a celebration exclusive to those receiving their diplomas. Before we continue this celebration, I invite our graduate candidates to offer their heartfelt, thankful applause for the support they received from parents, family, friends, and others who in various ways made this day possible. Candidates? Purdue Northwest is honored to have some special guests with us today to help celebrate our graduates. It is my pleasure to welcome our Purdue Northwest legacy families. Each PNW legacy family has a second and in some cases third generation candidate participating in the ceremony today. They are your sons, daughters, siblings, grandchildren. We're grateful to the tradition that you continue today and share your pride in all of our graduates. Will the legacy families please stand? My lone instruction of the day is to ask that all in attendance be respectful as we read the names of each of the graduates, so that each of you will be able to hear the name of your graduate. Thank you. Several individuals whose leadership is vital to Purdue Northwest are seated on the platform. Inasmuch as they will not be introduced later, I want to take this opportunity to introduce them to you now. As I do, I will ask them to stand and remain standing, and I will ask you to recognize them with your applause after we have completed all of the introductions. Chair of Faculty Senate and Grand Marshal, Dr. David Detmer. Interim Vice Chancellor for Enrollment Management and Student Affairs, Professor Joy Colwell. Vice Chancellor for Institution Advancement, Dr. Lisa Goodnight. Vice Chancellor for Information Services, Mr. Tim Winders. Director of Intercollegiate Athletics, Mr. Rick Costello. Interim Department Chair of English and the presenter of the candidates, Dr. Paul Hecht. Our diploma marshals are Ms. Cheryl Arroyo and Ms. Roberta Allen. That is our platform. Outstanding dedicated faculty serve the students of Purdue University Northwest. Through teaching, research, engagement, our faculty enrich and further the success of our students. For that, I invite our hardworking faculty to stand and be recognized with your applause. It's my pleasure now to introduce Stephen R. Turner as our guest speaker this afternoon. Steve is the Vice Chancellor for Finance and Administration at Purdue Northwest. He serves as Chief Financial and Administrative Officer for the university. Vice Chancellor Turner is a distinguished alumnus and has worked for the university since 1998. In his role, he's responsible for budget planning, fiscal analysis, debt management, cash management, business support services, human resources, strategic planning, capital projects, facilities planning and operations, procurement, public safety, regulatory compliance, property acquisition, and asset management. And in his spare time, he likes to play the guitar. Steve earned an associate degree in mechanical engineering technology from Purdue Northwest, a baccalaureate degree in psychology from Indiana University Northwest, a master's degree in education leadership from Western Michigan University, and a master's in business administration from the Krannert School of Management, Purdue, West Lafayette. Steve has served extensively in leadership roles throughout Northwest Indiana. He currently serves on the South Coast Conservancy District Board of Directors as president, the Board of Trustees for LaPorte Hospital, NIPSCO Community Advisory Panel, the Board of Directors for LaPorte County United Way, and the Board of Directors for the Challenger Learning Center. Steve and his wife, Jackie, are lifelong Northwest Indiana residents, proud parents of 3 adult children, all of whom are PNW alumni. And they take great pleasure in spoiling their 6 grandchildren. So please help me bring Steve to the podium.
Thank you, Chancellor Keon, for the gracious introduction and this wonderful opportunity to be here today. So thank you. Good afternoon. You can say it back, guys. Good afternoon. Thank you. All right. Welcome to PNW, everyone. To the family members and friends of our graduates, thank you for being here today to take the time to share in this special occasion. I also wish to recognize and thank all of the dedicated faculty and the loyal support staff whose efforts make achievements like this possible semester after semester and year after year. Most importantly of all, to our graduates, I'm here to congratulate you, to hold you up, to encourage you, to challenge you, and hopefully to inspire you. Having the opportunity to speak to you on this day, at this time, in this place, is one of the greatest honors I've ever received. I am flattered and I'm grateful. Several years ago, Chancellor Keon began the tradition of inviting PNW alumnus to provide the keynote address at our commencement ceremonies. Mounted on the wall in the hall outside my office is a long row of photos of all the past distinguished alums who have spoken. Below each photo is a snippet of the wisdom that they shared. And since being asked to speak to you today, I have often paused in that hallway to look at the photos and to read what it is that they had shared. And I wondered what I could possibly say to you today that would be worth remembering. And I have to tell you, it was kind of intimidating to be reminded of that every day. I began thinking back to the commencement ceremonies in my own life, and it occurred to me that I could not recall a single comment from any of those 4 events. So it's my goal today to leave you with something that you will remember, something I hope that you can use, something that will help you be more successful in your chosen career path and better prepared to enjoy and appreciate the wonderful journey that you are about to begin. The theme of my message this afternoon is Lessons Learned by Paddling a Canoe. Now, in an effort to help you have something that you're going to remember, I'm going to do something a little different. All right, I'm going to ask for some audience participation, and your participation will be signaled by a specific visual event. So, lessons learned by paddling a canoe. And this is truly my old canoe paddle, 40 plus years, I think. So what I'd like you to do is a few times during the course of my presentation this afternoon, I'm going to hold up my old canoe paddle, and I want you all to shout out, "Paddle your canoe." So let's practice. I hold my old paddle up, and you shout out, "Paddle your canoe." All right, thank you guys, awesome. All right, thank you. I was a Boy Scout growing up, big surprise, huh? And one of the activities that I very much enjoyed was canoeing. We took day trips, a few night trips. I always thought that being on the river was just one of the coolest things ever. The hobby continued into my adulthood, and my wife and I would often take our 3 children on trips accompanied by extended family and friends. I always enjoyed the natural beauty, the quiet feel of the river flowing beneath me. And it was on one of those trips that I began thinking about how navigating through life was just like learning how to paddle a canoe. Now, for you graduates, your time here at Purdue Northwest has come to an end. You have completed that journey, and you are about to embark on a new journey. Envision, if you will, see in your mind's eye this next journey of yours as a canoe trip on a river that you have never seen. Now, you can choose your river, but you cannot possibly know exactly what you're going to find on it. You just have to sit in your canoe, but you cannot possibly know exactly what you will find on it. You could simply sit in your canoe and let the current take you where it will. It's easy and pleasant to float. But if you have a destination, if you have a particular goal in mind, then you'll have to learn to. Thank you. The view is beautiful, but you can't see beyond the next bend in the river. You have to navigate as best you can and be prepared to adjust course when the unexpected occurs. And you will encounter obstacles. It could be a log jam, it could be a series of rapids, a waterfall, impossible to go through. If you wish to continue, you will need to portage your canoe. Now that means you have to go to shore, get out, carry your canoe around the obstacle till you find a clear stretch of river. Now for some, the journey ends there. For some, they never get back in their canoe. They choose to sit on the bank, watch the river flow, curse their luck, and blame the obstacle for their fate. Like many of you here today, I'm a first-generation college graduate. Neither of my parents attended college. I was the first in my family to do so. That means that for us, there wasn't an experienced guide to help us on our journey. We had to figure it out as we went along. Today, I'd like to share with you a bit of my experience, and I hope that it will help you get off to a good start in your new journey. Now, I didn't go to college straight out of high school. I had a good job at a local hospital, and I was quite happy to float on the lazy river for a while, at least. Now, at some point, it occurred to me that I needed to start paddling, and so while continuing to work full-time, I enrolled at Indiana University Northwest and earned a bachelor's degree in psychology. Very shortly thereafter, I took a position at the same hospital, working as an assistant counselor in an addiction treatment center. And it was then that I hit my first log jam. After much soul searching, I finally admitted to myself that I really didn't like what I was doing, and this was not a river on which I should continue. It was time for me to portage my canoe. And so I came here to Purdue Northwest to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering technology. Now, by this time in my life, in my journey, my wife and I, Jackie, had had our first child. The canoe was a little harder to paddle, but things were going quite well. I had earned my associate degree. I was in the second semester of my junior year when I came upon a fork in the river. I was offered a management position in a public school system in West Michigan. I withdrew from my classes and I took the job. Another bend in my river. I enjoyed the K-12 environment. We enjoyed living in West Michigan, and I decided there that I wanted to be a chief school business official. And so I enrolled in the graduate school at Western Michigan University and earned a master's degree in educational leadership. I was still paddling. The next change allowed us to return home to the region when I accepted a position at the school city of Hobart, and we returned to the region. 5 years later, I switched from public schools to higher education when I accepted the first of 4 positions here at Purdue Northwest, yet another fork in the river. In the year 2000, I was offered a fellowship to attend an executive MBA program at the Krannert School of Management in West Lafayette. Now, that was a very interesting portion of my journey for many reasons, but mainly because during the final year of my program there, my son was a freshman on the same campus. Yeah. And I can tell you that one way to know for sure that you have been on the river for a very long time is when your son paddles up next to you in his own canoe. So, yes. That's when I knew I'd probably gone to school long enough, quite honestly. Over the span of my journey thus far, I've worked in 3 different public service sectors. I've held 8 very different positions. I've earned 4 degrees in different disciplines. But please remember that this was not the plan. This was not the journey I had planned. Looking back, there is no way that I could have possibly known, I could not have possibly anticipated all the forks, all the bends in the river, all the obstacles that I would encounter. When I did encounter one, I had to evaluate the conditions carefully, then listen to my inner voice, trust my instinct, and keep paddling. I've had an interesting, fulfilling, and rewarding career, and I know that you can too. I think it's also very likely that your journey will be even more interesting and most likely more challenging than mine. But here is how you ensure that you will be successful. First, pick your river. Then go down to the water's edge, push off from shore, and yes, please do. Don't be satisfied with a float trip. Certainly do not sit on the bank and watch the river flow past you. When you hit an obstacle, and you absolutely will hit obstacles, pick up your gear, carry it around the obstacle till you find a clear spot. Your skills and your experience, they increase each time that you do. You will trust yourself, and your confidence grows more each time that you overcome an obstacle. You eventually become an expert at reading the current and begin to appreciate each new bend in the river. And it is then that the journey is its most beautiful for you. And it is then that you'll know that you're ready to be a guide for others. I encourage you to embrace and enjoy your journey, and always remember to. Thank you so much. Congratulations, good luck, and bon voyage.
Steve knows that I don't get out of the canoe and walk through the rapids. I actually go seeking the rapids. And at time, that excitement that I enjoy so much gives me a little bit of frustration. And Steve really is a rock for the university, and I've learned that when I hit those frustrations, I can go to Steve. And usually at that time, he doesn't talk to me about the canoe. He talks about this great big ship we're trying to turn. So thank you so much, Steve. For the introduction of academic degrees, I now invite Professor David Detmer, representing the Purdue University Northwest faculty, to the podium.
The conferral of academic degrees is a critical responsibility, the accomplishment of which signifies that degree recipients have successfully completed a sufficiently rigorous and enlightening curriculum of courses that provides appropriate preparation to assume roles of contribution, responsibility, and leadership that advance our society. The faculty of Purdue University Northwest has evaluated the academic accomplishments of the candidates presented here today and concluded that pending the completion of any final outstanding requirements, each of these candidates meets the criteria for receiving a Purdue Northwest degree. Based on that conclusion, the faculty recommends to the Purdue Board of Trustees that appropriate degrees be conferred. We have assembled here to celebrate that conferral.
Dr. Rebecca Stankowski, Associate Vice Chancellor for Institutional Effectiveness and Interim Director of Graduate Studies, will present the candidates for the master's degree.
Will the candidates for the master's degree please stand? These students have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the master's degree. Each wears a hood, recognizing his or her academic discipline and symbolizing the completion of that advanced degree. With approval of the faculty, they are now presented to receive their degrees.
Observing the respected customs of institutions of higher learning and exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon you who have fulfilled the requirements the master's degree with all rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. I also solemnly place upon you those obligations which you must henceforth assume as holders of a master's degree. As evidence of your ability to fulfill the requirements and obligations of the degree, you will now receive your diploma.
Will Candidate Marshal Mr. Roy Hamilton please escort the candidates for graduate degrees forward to receive their diplomas? As the candidates make their way to the stage, please note they will be crossing in a random order. Adetokunbo Akisanya.
Good job. Thank you, sir.
Nemanja Sosik.
Good job.
Jake Urbanzik. Vinith Vijayarajan. Shalonda Williams. Sherida Brooks. Brandy Head. Amanda Trinidad. Glenda Gonzalez. Michael Anthony Nitti Jr. Neil Barus. Fawad Ijaz. Janice Menikowski. Stephen Vernango. Sonia Castro. Tyler Reed. Adam Guevara. Tiffany English. Dr. Joya Warner. Leon Schaefer. Valerie Allen. Diane Foster. Cody Stewart. Catherine Giannini. Allison Johnson. Ellen Quattrocchi. Sarah Voss. Sonia Dimovsky. Selena Alicia Baez. Miranda Peterson. Richard D. Chambers. Erica Jackson. Michael O'Shea. Mark Popa. Da Shu. Abdul Mujib Khan. Derek Rogers. Augustine Ajeman. Matthew Ruskowski. Denise Clark. Megan Major. Hannah Keene. Elizabeth Alberson. Xiao Sang. Kristen Buibisch. Jessica Schultz. Megan Budimir. Ryan Denike. Jennifer Silamos. Katie Williams. Alyssa Brown. Marjorie Rodriguez. Dawn McDonough. Suzette Sorrells. Amanda Orndorff. Sarah Struss. Victor Martinez. Jing-U Sun. Ming-Kun Yang. Jia Hong Lin. Mingda Lu. Linji Wang. Song-U Liu. Ziling Jing. Vladimir Miraton. Jessica Spector. Ruijua Zhang. Fangzhou Zhang. Yi Jia. Zua Yang. Andrew Yassin. Claudia Strong. Ashley Shalon McGee. Angela Rodriguez. Alyssa Carlson. Claudia Jaramillo. Jyotika Swaraj. Li Yuan Gong. That's it.
Congratulations, master's degree graduates.
Dr. Ralph Mueller, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs and Provost, will now recognize distinguished undergraduate students.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my joy and privilege to provide special recognition to those individuals receiving baccalaureate degrees who have demonstrated outstanding scholastic achievement. The commencement booklet contains a statement of the basis upon which the status of distinction and highest distinction is determined. Candidates wearing black and gold cords symbolize this achievement. I invite the degree candidates who are graduating with highest distinction to please stand and remain standing. I also invite the degree candidates who are graduating with distinction to please stand and remain standing. On behalf of the Purdue trustees and the faculty of Purdue University Northwest, I congratulate you on your outstanding academic achievement. I invite the distinguished candidates to please be seated. I now introduce the Associate Dean of the Honors College, Dr. Vanessa Quinn, who will recognize candidates for the Honors College.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to recognize the candidates from the Honors College. I invite the Honors College candidates to please stand and remain standing. These students have fulfilled the graduation requirements of the Honors College, including completion of academic curriculum and related coursework, substantive research in their areas of discipline, service engagement with the local community, and leadership experience from across a range of diverse areas. These students have received and are wearing Honors College medallions on gold and black ribbons. Please join me in congratulating these candidates. I invite the Honors College candidates to be seated.
At this time, I'm pleased to facilitate recognition of those individuals who have qualified to receive the Purdue University Northwest Chancellor's Medallion. The Chancellor's Medallion is presented to the graduating students who have achieved the highest grade point average within each of the academic colleges of Purdue University Northwest. We would like to present each of those graduates to you at this time. I invite Robert Martinez of the College of Business to please come to the stage, and I also invite Roberto's family to stand and share in this recognition. And now invite Zephania Hill of the College of Engineering and Sciences to please come to the stage. And I also invite Zephania's family members to stand and share this recognition. I now invite Don Boughton of the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences to please come to the stage. And I also invite Don's family members to stand and share in this recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Jane Muchler to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business.
Provost Mueller, thank you. Provost Mueller, I am pleased and proud to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Business. Will the candidates stand, and please stand and remain standing? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Chris Holford to present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Engineering and Sciences.
Provost Mueller, I enthusiastically present the candidates for baccalaureate degrees in the College of Engineering and Sciences. I invite the candidates to stand and remain standing.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now introduce Dean Elaine Carey to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences.
Provost Mueller, I am pleased and proud to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degrees in the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences. I invite all the candidates to stand and remain standing.
Before I present you for the formal awarding of degrees, I will charge each of you in my capacity as Purdue University Northwest's Chief Academic Officer. Today is Commencement Day. As the word commence indicates, this is a time of beginnings, not ends. A beginning of a journey to find your individual future. During the past few years, we have grown very fond and very proud of you. So I will convey my charge through 3 distinct observations about you. Our first observation, innovation, is about your past, about your eagerness and readiness to innovate. You arrived on campus a few short years ago, the very beginning of what then seemed so far away, today, beginnings day. You came ready to learn about thinking, about listening, about speaking, and about doing, but also you were ready to explore others' points of view, others' ways of life, and others' explanations of what you had assumed were universal truths. All led to the one goal, the one we're here to celebrate today, to begin your future. And along your path at PNW, you learned to grow, to become an innovator of what will become your own individual future. And this brings me to our second observation about you, impact. And it is about your future, your maturity as learned citizens to impact others, to bring about change. You prepared well for the day when you will leave your mark. All the academic work is no good if ultimately it does not touch people. Children who need to be taught, patients who need your care, colleagues who need your advice, or neighbors who need your help. With your dedication, with your drive to make the world a better place, you will make academic knowledge have an impact on our communities. One child, one patient, one colleague, and one neighbor at a time. So where then does your past, your eagerness to innovate, meet your future, your commitment to impact others? Well, they meet right here in the present, at this very moment. And this then is our third and final observation about you. You continue to improve. While you were a student at Purdue University Northwest, I hope we opened some doors for you. Doors into your future, for you to walk through and innovate and impact and improve. So here then is my simple charge to you. When you see those open doors, explore what lies beyond. Right now in the present, be innovative in choosing your own future. Have the courage to walk through one of those doors. Walk through and find yourself. And it is okay too to turn back around and walk out, to check another door, another future, but ultimately do walk through one of the open doors. And as you do, if you see someone else behind you who needs an extra little encouragement, a little extra help to walk through that door, make an impact by engaging them to join you. Guide them through that door towards your connected journeys to improve yourselves and the world around you. Innovate, impact, improve. 3 words that guide your future. They define this beginnings day, and they are my charge to you. Please know that we are proud of you. Please know that we are proud of those who have made all of this happen for you. But also know that we know that you should be very proud of yourselves. You did it. I wish you well, I congratulate you, and I salute you. Chancellor Keon, these students have successfully fulfilled the requirements of undergraduate curricula in their respective colleges. Having gained approval for graduation by each of the college faculties, I now present them to you to award their degrees.
Observing the respected customs of institutions of higher education and exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and acting on behalf of the faculty of this institution, I now confer upon you who have fulfilled the requirements the appropriate baccalaureate degree with all rights, privileges, appertaining thereto. I also solemnly place upon you those obligations which you must henceforth assume as holder of these degrees. As evidence of your ability to fulfill the requirements and obligations of this degree, you will now receive your diploma. Will each college marshal now escort the baccalaureate degree graduates forward to receive their diplomas? As the candidates make their way across stage, please note they will be crossing in random order. Graduates, please be seated until your row is called.
The graduates of the College of Business, escorted by Candidate Marshal Professor Michael Mick. Roberto Martinez. Chad Kinley. Cole Kinley. Matthew Drusbicki. Daniel Jacobson. Renee Rumis. Adis Roderick. David McCrae. Brittany Hooley. Christina Figueroa. Daria Moros. Renice Goodman. Mohammed Isa. Sarah Vanderwood. Mariam Yusuf Akimbo. Gabriela Fuerte. Elijah Thomas. Erica Miley. Jennifer Camacho. Elena Ruiz. Sarah Fronick. Shannon Amatzalorso. Tyler Provo. Joshua Chisholm. Arthur Sida. Matthew Izagari. Bradley Staszewski. Brian Dublak. Joseph Matamore. Francesca Miller. Nolan Cook. Theri Miller. Alexis Chavez. Stevan Trivunovic. Rada Tanasievich. Rebecca Iwinski. Hannah Pokraka. Joan Stewart. Matthew Setlak. Jennifer Sanford. Amari Andrews. Mia Navarro. Zacavia Reed. Danae Smith. Kenyatta Johnson. Adsjargal Ganbayar. Shannon Lamb. Curtis Dale Hunt. Naya Hall. Jacqueline Alexis Torres. Amara Natel. Gina Marie Ring. Precious Perez. Amber Austin. Alexandria Barlow. Jacqueline Adamonis. Bonnie Zellers. Sharon Burris. Kimberly Smee. Michael Gamilleri. Fabian Del Real. Travis Waddell. Robert Young. Francesca Lynch. Sarah Anselmo. Marissa Musser. Kelly Cantrell. Marco Milanovic. Alicia Spooner. Eman Taufik Almaskin. Alexandria Peterson. Sarah Green. Taylor Adams. Rebecca Knoll. Mario Martinez. Allison Molina. Tina Miskova. Ruth Vera. Sylvia Frosto. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Business. The graduates of the College of Engineering and Sciences, escorted by Candidate Marshal Mr. Bill Baginski. Zephaniah Hill.
Great work.
Alexander Jurvich. Julio Fantasia. Okay, sorry. Oh, right, of course. Have a drink. Sahil Nanda. Giovanni Perez. Breno Medrado da Silva. Paris Shah. Amanda Neal. Abigail Pineda. Shakila Willis. Lauren Frank. Stephanie Stefano. Raquel Kelly. Taylor Mahalik. Kurt Davia. Kimberly Zimkowski. Layla Abdullah Al-Sheikh Mohammed. Taiba Naif Al-Farhan. Jacqueline Knox. Brittany Stabe. Spencer Quaid. Pfeiffer? Andrew Pfeiffer. Thomas Ponziano. Jacob Sabatis. Mahmoud Al-Hussein. Xavier Richardson. Roman Angel Zapata. Muhammad Ali Al-Shulwaikat. Anthony John Sotelo. Andy Wahlberg. Erica Lorena Chafla Carguacundo. Daniel Alexander Beltran Nole. Daniel Springer. Vayo Guliones. Santiago Jimenez. Eric Douglas. Syed Husseini. Andrew Stamis. Jake Manzo. Daniel Valverde Castillo. Scott West. John Zenis. Casey Colbert. Brandon Magnuson. Salim Suleiman. Alexander Stalin Morales Angamarca. Stephanie Janeth Vinuesa Maldonada. John Tuakisa Tubon. Albert Garcia. Neftali Arteaga. Victoria Estefania Arequipa Imba. Rebecca Elizabeth Tobar Espinoza. Schubert Antonio Gomez Andrango. Alexander Gidkum. Ashlyn Gibson. Ayub Ifkern. Brandon Gilbert Yeager. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Engineering and Sciences. The graduates of the College of Humanities, Education, and Social Sciences, escorted by Candidate Marshal Ms. Elizabeth Barnes. Dawn Boughton. Chloe Jarmula. Christopher Anguiano. Jessica Bowling. Gabrielle Harth. Brittany Waco. Yvette Hernandez. Karen Franco. Laura Moreno. Emily Baginski. Jamila White. Leah Harrison. Tila Sukasin. Ariane Douglas. Shanice Latrice Nicole Passmore. Diamond Hill. Shayla Anye McNeil. Devante Nkosi Pickett. Carissa Jones. Abigail Mullen. Ray Jackson. Monet Webster. Alejandro Contreras. Roya Adlam. Hayden Mahalik. Jennifer Zolatz. Daniela de Jesus. Jesus Herrera. Brendan Crawford. Priscilla Rodriguez. Jomo Bennett. Serena Serrano. Jada Atkins. Bailey Micka. Karina Jimenez. Kylie Smoller. Gina Marzilli. Alyssa Sims. Taylor Mauger. Colby Klein. Anissa McGee. Zinzi Williams. Vanessa Matthews. Rebecca Madera. Barbara Lee Burgess. Armando Miller. Cassandra Obinger. Ashley Vineyard. Rebecca Neuenhaus. Amanda Knight. Abigail Gowell. Alexis Ballard. Vincent Russell. Zachary Flaum. Colin Zafransky. Austin Reese. Patrick Irwin. Derek Willis. Hannah Williams. Rhonda Marie Smith Kendall. Helen Aliona Chukulebe. Lynn Kutka. Ellie Mikelski. Alicia Villarreal. Osiris Morales. Firdos Isa. Kelsey Negrelli. Rachel Willie. Sarah Vanderweide. Brianna Williams. Rebecca Biancardi. Alexandra Morales. Rachel Best. Erica Ward. Victoria Pliego Posa. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the College of Humanities Education and Social Sciences.
To signify the completion of your degree requirements and receipt of your diploma, I now invite all graduates to move the tassels on their mortarboards to the left side. Congratulations, you are now graduates of Purdue University Northwest. To officially welcome you to Purdue Alumni Contingent comprising of thousands, I invite Ms. Ashley Geradomos, Executive Director of the Purdue Northwest Alumni Community, to the podium.
Congratulations to the newest Purdue University Northwest alumni. I am honored to be the first to welcome you into the PNW alumni community. As graduates, you join a community of over 61,000 strong, made up of CEOs and entrepreneurs, of lawyers and advocates, of leading scholars and researchers, Emmy Award winners, mayors, state representatives, journalists, nurses, physicians, authors, judges, and so much more. Each a story that has added to our rich history and paved the way for future Purdue Northwest students. It doesn't seem like very long ago that I was sitting where you are today. I am a very proud 2008 Purdue Northwest graduate from the School of Hospitality and Tourism Management. I reflect fondly on my time as an undergrad. It wasn't always easy, but this is the place where I met some of my closest friends, made lifelong connections, and the place where I met my husband. Thanks to Professor Hack, by the way. When I entered the workforce, it became evident to me and my supervisors that the education I received at Purdue Northwest prepared me to succeed in my field of study and beyond. Outside of my own family, the biggest supporters I have had throughout my career have been my professors and other PNW community members. Before I returned to serve PNW, it was deeply important to me to stay connected. These people continue to be my mentors and advocates, creating new connections for me. Purdue Northwest is more than books, bricks, and mortar. Its real value is in the community of people. So my advice for you is to stay connected. Shoot a quick email to your favorite professor to check in, or let them know of a new project that you are working on. Encourage your company to recruit from PNW. Find me on LinkedIn. Keep up with what's happening here on campus and in our alumni community. Your network is strong. Stay engaged in it. You each have your own stories and connections that you have created in your time here. Now, class of 2018, go out there and continue writing your story and paving the way for future Purdue Northwest students. I am so proud to call you fellow alumni. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ashley. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Owens, Student Government President, will now respond to the graduates on behalf of all students of Purdue Northwest. Riley?
Sorry. Hello, Purdue Northwest graduates, staff, faculty, distinguished guests, family, and friends. Today, we are celebrating a momentous occasion in each and every one of your lives. I want to give a huge congratulations to each graduate before me and to all your family and friends who no doubt are cherishing this moment just as much as you all are. I can imagine that this day for some is a blur, whipping by at 1,000 miles an hour, but I'm definitely sure that today is a relief for all of you. I'd like to talk about two things today, change and success. Now, at Purdue Northwest, we've all been through one heck of a ride together the past few years. Two campuses becoming one unified university, and with that merge, all the challenges we have had to overcome. And personally, graduates, each of you has spent countless hours in the classroom, writing papers, cramming for tests, and working on projects. Some had to endure all this coursework while being a single parent. Others while working a full-time job. But no matter what your situation, graduates, you have achieved the greatest feat by graduating. Now, a new chapter begins for each of you, whether it be pursuing a master's or a doctorate, getting into work in your field of study, starting a family, or any combination of these. Please know this, that life is a tough road ahead, but each and every one of you can continue to succeed just as you have had the past 4 years. You can change the world. And I don't mean that in the cheesy, cliche catchphrase way. I truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. Each and every one of you can change the world. Or we can all point to someone like Bill Gates, Neil deGrasse Tyson, or Ruth Bader Ginsburg, who on a larger scale have acted to change the world. But this is not the only way to change the world, graduates. Through your interactions on a daily basis with the people you casually pass by or intimately speak with, you can change the world for the better. Sometimes you can be this change without even speaking, but instead through your actions. If the loved one is crying, simply putting a hand on their shoulder or embracing them to let them know that they are not alone in their struggle. See, small acts of kindness can change someone's day or even someone's life. It's a story of a man from San Francisco who lived a few miles from the Golden Gate Bridge. One day, tragically, he was found washed ashore at the foot of the bridge in the bay. Police assumed that he had jumped off the bridge. but they went to investigate his house to clear any wrongdoing or any foul play. When they got to his home, they found a note. And this note says, quote, "I'm going to jump off the bridge unless one person smiles at me or talks with me on my walk there." Just think, if one person had shown him a smile during his walk, his life literally would have been saved. And who knows what other ripple effects the sparing of this man's life could have had on society or others. Drew Dudley has a fantastic TED Talk where he speaks on how we should celebrate small acts of kindness. And I believe we should celebrate small acts of kindness just as much as we celebrate your graduation today. Your success should not be measured by your wealth, your status, your income, your accolades, or your accomplishments. No, your success, graduate, should be measured by how many lives you change and touch through small acts of kindness and through your interactions with others on a daily basis. The late ESPN sportscaster Stuart Scott was accepting the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance, the 2014 ESPY Awards. He was recognized for perseverance due to his strength of mind in his battle with terminal cancer. In his very moving acceptance speech, Stuart said that you beat cancer in how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live. I'd like to expand upon that and say that how you live, why you live, and in the manner in which you live will determine how much change you will bring about in this world and how much success you will have in your life. As I close, I'd like for all of us to start practicing change and fostering the success of those around us through small acts of kindness. So graduates, please do me a favor. Look to the person on your left and your right and give those people a huge congratulations, along with a hug, a handshake, or just a smile. Graduates, you have just sown the first seed for a lifetime of giving small acts of kindness. And if you keep paddling your canoe down this river, you will change the world. Thank you and congratulations, class 2018.
I know that during a ceremony like this and on this day of your life, there are many people that have advice to share for you. So as we close today, I'm going to give you one piece of advice, but more importantly, I'm going to ask three things of you. So for my first piece of advice, unlike Mr. Turner, I grew up in an inner city. So my first piece of advice to you is don't stand up in a canoe. Now, what I ask of you, the first, and I think this should be important to you, but you probably won't realize initially how important this is to us. Be successful. Work hard, be successful, and succeed. We as a university are judged on your performance, not only graduating, but what you do as you move forward. Hopefully, as you move forward and as you succeed, we will have you someday in the future be our commencement speaker here at Purdue University Northwest. Second, with this success, don't forget our university. Please think about hiring interns and think about making sure you give some of those interns permanent positions. Many of your colleagues across the nation hire many of the graduates of their own, and in part, their university shows success because they are doing what I'm asking you to do, which is to invest in your own university by hiring our graduates. Finally, you should give back. Give back to your community, give back to society, give back to your nation, give back to your world. And most importantly, be connected and stay connected to Purdue University Northwest. Congratulations once again to the graduates of Purdue University Northwest, class of 2018. There will be an informal reception for graduates and guests immediately following this ceremony in Alumni Hall, located on the 3rd floor of the Student Union Library building across 173rd. That's the building right behind the new biology building. I hope you will attend. I know you will enjoy it. I ask you that you remain seated for the recessional of the platform party and the faculty members. Ladies and gentlemen, the 5th commencement exercise of Purdue University Northwest are concluded.